Welcome, welcome to the next session. PhD. PhD. This is part of the short course on research methodology. Part of the short course on research methodology. A precise, concise course, straight to the point course. PhD. What is this PhD? Why PhD research? Why you have to do research? You may have many reasons actually. You may have any reasons for your growth, etc., etc. But in general, why you have to do it? Assuming you are not interested in getting the degree, etc. But still, PhD is helpful for you. Why? Research gives you the ability to conceptualize finding issues, solutions, and critical analysis. See, in PhD or in research work, two things are important. It's not results which are important. It's the concepts analysis. Concepts analysis. You learn certain concepts, analyze your results actually. Analyze whatever you got. With the positive, negative, doesn't matter. Analyze. You have to find the reason. What are the scientific reasons? Reason or reasons for the results. If you just present the observations, it's not enough. Okay. Critical analysis. Critical means you have to thoroughly analyze them, finding both positives and negatives, finding both positives and negatives, if any. But you should do it from the third person perspective. Whether it is your own research work or others' research work, you should do it from the third person perspective. Maybe from the peer reviewer perspective. You can find issues and solutions. So any problem you take in your life, what you have to do is you have to find out what is the actual issue and what is the solution for it. What is the actual issue and what is the solution for it? That you have to find. Your PhD or your research work will enable you to do all these things. You get a sense of confidence because it's a 4 years, 5 years effort. You get a sense of confidence. You have achieved something. You get the ability to research about anything. Now you have done a research on a particular topic, but okay, fine. But you get the ability to research about anything. You get the ability to research about anything, even including cooking or something else. Okay. So you can do actually research. You get that ability. You get that ability to find the issues, to go in depth into it, find the issues, find the solutions, compare the solutions, justify your solutions, etc., etc. You get the ability to question all that is around you. Okay, you will not be just simply accepting them because somebody told you. So you get that ability to question everything. Point to be noted here is, as a child you had that ability. So over the years you forgot it. But again, you are becoming a child, questioning everything, finding the reasons for everything. Question all that is around you, find new and better ways of doing things. The joys of doing research are considerable if you really do it. If you do on your own, joys of doing research are considerable. You are privileged. You belong to a privileged class if you do the research. Okay. You will get feelings of exploration, excitement, challenge, involvement, and passion. They are frequent. You really get the feelings of this exploration. You will be going deep into a particular topic and you will be exploring, finding some solutions. When you find the solutions, you may get excited. There will be some challenges which are not easy to solve. You will involve and find the solutions. The enormous feeling of achievement and the award of the degree lasts for many throughout their whole lives. So your PhD is one which you are going to remember. Usually many people, if they take the PhD from a governor, they will photo frame it and they will keep it in their showcase. It will be there with you throughout your life. Usually your PhD thesis and the photo, it will be there throughout your life. Gain the ability to appreciate creativity in you and others. Okay, some people are creative, not many people usually, but some people are creative. You get that ability to appreciate creativity in others. If they are creative. And more important is, you will be starting to appreciate yourself for your own creativity. Shabash, shabash. If you are creative, you get that ability. You will be unwilling to accept the common standards and norms and put them to test using your intellect. So you don't accept anything easily. It doesn't mean that you become a rebel. It doesn't mean that you become a rebel, but you try to identify the proper reasons for something to be true. You will view it from different angles. So you have to be constructively critical about anything you do and what others have all done or doing. What is minimal PhD? Okay, you are doing PhD, but do you go for minimal PhD? So usually minimal PhD means it depends on the rules of your university, where you are doing PhD. So maybe 4 papers, 4 journal papers. Nowadays, some universities are telling that you have to publish only in the essay journals, etc., etc. But there will be certain finite number of publications, usually 4. You have to publish, then your PhD is completed. So that is what is present in the rules. But there will be many other things that will not be part of these rules. They are not explicitly stated. They are implicit. The quality of the work is implicit. And it varies, fortunately or unfortunately, it varies from university to university, from one researcher to another researcher, from one supervisor to another supervisor. And these things also vary from time to time. So there will be many implicit requirements that you have to fulfill. But if you really want to find some kind of growth or job based on your work, then it is not just the publications which matters for you. So you have to continuously do research. Even if you become a teacher, you have to continuously do a research. And if you join the industry also, if you get an opportunity, because nowadays every industry has what is called as research wing also. If you become part of that research wing, you have to continuously do the research. Quality of your papers also matter. You have to contribute something. In academic research, it's a different one. In industry, it will be usually product oriented. In industry, usually go with the patent rather than the publication. The importance of deadlines in your PhD. It is very, very important. So usually in 80% of the cases, people don't meet their deadlines. But these deadlines need not be very, very hard deadlines. There can be soft deadlines also. That means there should be some kind of buffer. But not too much. Few people can work without pressure. It's true actually. Unless you are pressurized, unless you reach 4.5 years and you left only 6 months to complete your PhD, then you start working. Usually it happens in many universities. May not be in IITs, NITs, but it usually happens in many universities. So, but pressure is essential. If there is pressure sometimes pressure brings best from you. You may collapse, you may break down. That is also possible. But some pressure will bring the best from you. Deadlines keep you on track. You have to keep the deadlines. Deadlines keep you on track. It will allow you to do continuous research. Deadline should be practical. Don't go with the ambitious deadlines. Ambitious deadlines. There will be certain deadlines which you can meet, which you cannot meet in time, which you meet early. So accordingly, you have to adjust. You should have both short-term and long-term goals or short-term and long-term deadlines. Okay. So usually the long-term goal, there should be some flexibility. Long-term deadline, there will be some flexibility. But short-term goals, you try to meet them as far as possible. Try to stick to the deadline. Try to stick to the deadline. Ways of not getting a PhD. Ways of not getting a PhD. Ways of getting PhD are there, at the same time, ways of not getting PhD are also there. You are not interested because of some reason, you join PhD and you never concentrate on it. The deadlines will complete and don't do them. Your supervisor may not accept extensions, etc. Your university may not accept the extensions for various reasons. You will not get the PhD. So you overestimate or underestimate what is required. Overestimate, it's also a problem. So you start overestimating and you never put a full stop to any work you do. That you should not do. And underestimate, if you underestimate, you think certain things are simple, but you will not complete in time. So you have to recalculate everything. That is also essential. And not having correct supervisor who is correct in two different sense and in two different directions. One is whether he is capable or not. The other one is whether he is convenient to you or not. Both matters. Both matters. You have to find correct supervisor. Doing other jobs or tasks on regular basis. This is what most people do. Most people do in the academic institutions. Many people will tell NBA work, NAC work, we are getting full load, three subjects load, etc., etc., etc. There will be many reasons. Many reasons. They may be justifiable reasons. They may be justifiable reasons, but because they are justifiable reasons doesn't mean that because of that reason you will be awarded a PhD. PhD will be awarded based on some criteria you have to meet. Otherwise, drop. In PhD, the responsibility for determining what is required, when to do it, how to do it, etc. It all depends on you. It all depends on you. You are expected to initiate discussions with experts in that field, with your supervisor, with your friends, with your colleagues, etc., with some industry personnel, etc. It is up to you to initiate discussions. Nobody is going to help you. Nobody is going to proactively help you. You have to be proactive. No one is going to tell you what you have to do. No one is going to tell you what you have to do. Usually, even your supervisor, unless you meet him regularly, is going to lose interest. Is not going to tell you anything. It's up to you. Self-discipline is one that is required. There is no one to compare. There is no one to compare what to study, how to study, etc. In intermediate, etc. You will be comparing with yourself with your colleagues, but there is no one to compare here. It's your own work. Okay. No one to share your joys and sorrows. Sometimes you can share joys and sorrows with your family, your supervisor also, your friends also. But usually all these people, they may be very affectionate with you, but they're not going to help you in completing the PhD. Their contribution is only limited. They can motivate you. They're not going to do the work. They can motivate you. They're not going to do the work. So it is up to you to do the work. You have to do dog's body work. Dog's body work. You have to work very hard. You should be given actually sufficient autonomy. Autonomy for the student is also required. If you have a supervisor who intervenes with everything, then it's difficult. you have to discuss, you have to analyze, he has to analyze and give you some suggestions. He has to let you choose your own path. You should not intervene in everything. So usually the supervisors will also have some objectives. So they will try to intervene. They may think that they are superior, they have a lot of knowledge. But if you have done your graduation in a good college, post graduation in good college, then you have, usually in most of the cases, you have lot of talent, and you will be better than your supervisor. So even if all are equal, because you are working on a problem, on a specific problem, your supervisor is working on number of such problems. He has his own work also to do. So you will be having better knowledge than him. So believe in yourself. You have to unlearn and rethink. That is also necessary. Unlearn and rethink. So you may believe that certain things are correct, certain things are wrong. So usually while doing the research, you have to unlearn certain things and then relearn, rethink. So you will get periods of self-doubt also. They are common. So you start thinking that you are not fit to do the PhD. It's not your capacity. You are not capable of doing the PhD. All those things are common. If somebody says they don't have any self-doubt, they are very confident, then they are lying. There will be periods. If doubt throughout, it's a different issue, but there will be periods of self-doubt. You try to find solution to some problem, some issue, some objective is there. You have to find, you have to solve it. You have to implement it, you have to design the solution. Sometimes you think that there is no way of going, but you always can find good way. Your PhD should develop your critical thinking. Thus, it is going to do it if you do on your own. It enhances your ability to work independently. You will not be a dependent. It develop your presentation skills, oral skills, written skills, etc. Any topic, not about your topic. Actually, if you do research on a specific topic, you will definitely get a good presentation skills on that topic, orally and in written form also. You can present it in very good manner. But it's not just that. So you can discuss on any topic. Present and discuss on any topic. Your PhD is a fun. You can enjoy it. There will be doubts of frustration, self-doubt, etc. But you can do it. It is a pressure cooker. You have to be careful. It affects your personal life, your family life to some extent. Okay. It affects. Okay. Still, you should be able to continue. It should be able to continue. It is the difference between success and failure. It is shock treatment sometimes. So sometimes you cannot solve a problem. Sometimes your supervisor behaves differently. Sometimes somebody in the department where you are doing the research may question you, may object to you. He may be correct, or he may have other motives also. Nowadays, it is also possible. We have to be practical, not theoretical. Okay, there will be some people who are negative, who will always object. If they are giving you suggestions, if they are asking questions, doesn't matter. Remember, people who are not asking questions, are more dangerous than people who ask questions. But whether they are giving you any suggestions or not, they are showing you the path or not, whether they are questioning your work, or they are making some comments, some irrelevant comments. Certain people make irrelevant comments also. So it can be a sharp treatment. You have to bear it. It is your guide, your supervisor has to support it. University should have some rules which support in those cases. It is a narco analysis test. Truth will come out. Truth will come out all together. It's a true life. It's a new life. It's a new life. Your life before PhD will be different. After PhD will be different. Remember, it's true. It's true. If you do on your own, your life after doing the PhD will be definitely different and it will be better. It will be better. Thank you. And let us go to the next presentation. Psychological aspects. Psychological aspects. What are the psychological aspects? Some psychological aspects we already discussed in this one also. But we purely concentrate on what are the issues, how it affects you psychologically, your PhD or research work. Thank you. Thank you for joining this.